Okay, good morning and namaste. Trying to get this set up. I have a couple of things I'm going to address this morning. First one, here is a comment on one of the videos. I eat meat and sometimes feel very bad of thoughts I have with this subject. Sometimes I see animals killed by people and I feel their pain and feel guilty. Then I think the best way to change it is to stop eating meat. I don't know how to look at this situation. There are animals who kill animals also, like tigers. Some have animals in the house. I have a dog and treat her as part of the family. I couldn't eat my dog. Hell no. Nobody is advocating eating the family pet. Okay, I don't think that's ever been advocated by anyone. As far as, this misbegotten placement of emotions that you have in your guilt. Why are you guilty if you're not the perpetrator of actions? Again, I have seen, and it is much, much kinder to animals to have a swift end and be liberated from the body than what I have seen in India, which is where they are vegetarians. I've lived in that area where it's a vegetarian and you have to be vegetarian living there. No ifs, ands, or buts. There are some cities in India where you have to be a vegetarian. And I've seen the most cruel, the most suffering by animals that I've ever encountered there. They will throw stones at the dogs. The cows that they're supposed to be sacred and holy are left to wander the streets to eat garbage. They ingest plastic bags and lay there suffering in 3 days of a horrible, horrible death, horrible, painful death. So, I would much rather see animals that are taken care of well, and if they are to be used for food at some time, let their end be done humanely and swiftly, so they are out of the form rapidly, so they can go on their journey. Okay? Rather than see a bunch of vegetarians that are abusing animals and making their life torturous for year in and year out. The cows that wind up getting hit by cars, that I've seen a number with mangled bodies, and who is it that steps up to take care of them? The tourist. It's not those, the loving vegetarians that are there. Okay? So again, this idea that if I'm a vegetarian, then I'm going to be so much more, better, higher, grander, more compassionate is absolutely not true. 100% not. So again, for this type of path, the body needs meat. Again, there are still goat sacrifices in India where their end is very swift. They say mantras for this animal, and the end comes very, very quickly. They're liberated from their body very fast. Animals are not as attached to keeping a form as humans are. That's another thing that again, but so please, don't have your misplaced emotions. If you want to do something, then do something for animals that they are not suffering, by being tortured by people endlessly. There is a lot of animal abuse. I would rather see these animals, really, truly speaking, liberated from their bodies than to be abused year in and year out and tortured and live a horrible, horrible existence. Okay? So, You agree, Mr. Raj? Speaking of which, yes, yes. So we all, you know, if you have a family pet, and they are part of the family. I can tell you for a fact, Raj is much easier to understand than some students I have. And that's the truth of it. He can communicate very well. Dogs are very, very smart, and they do communicate. Um, he lets me know what he wants when he wants it. All it takes is one look, and you can get exactly what he is saying. It's very, very clear. So again, okay, you want down, you want to go eat? Okay, that's his signal that he wants down, and he wants to go have his breakfast. So there he goes, he's on his way. He has his own language. So in the morning when he gets up, he wants to go out. And then when he wants down to go have his food or whatever, he licks my hand, and that's his signal for I want to go have some water or go eat and go do something else for the moment. So there he goes. Anyway, so that's all I have to say on that. Yes, of course, if you see animals and you want to be an advocate for them, be an advocate in the right way. Be an advocate for humane type of raising of animals, rather than, you know, the way that some of them are raised. Of course, we want all animals to have a humane existence as well as the humans. So again, all of them have consciousness, and but the truth is, all life is transitory. We all have our time, and we all have our function, and that's the way that life works. Okay, there is no tiger that's going to become a vegetarian. There is a lot in the if you look at nature overall, everything feeds and must feed off of something else, and it's got to have the appropriate type of nutrition for the right form for it to be able to go forward. And this human form happens to need to have that type of a protein if you are in a Kundalini awakening. No ifs, ands, or buts. So we will leave this at that. So thank you for your comment on the video, and I hope this helps. Namaste.